dad always said, if you're going to give, you give without expecting anything in return. Because what is the point of giving? Giving is because you can, you should, and that's what you do.
And who you are is who you've been, and who you.
I think.
You know what I mean? And who you are is so, like, giving is a priority. There's a lot of people that get a lot but don't always give back. And even if it were to end tomorrow, you'd still be doing what you do. You'd still be giving.
It'd be a whole lot harder.
Yeah.
But I would. I mean, I would. I mean, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot through the TV. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot from even the Charity Foundation. People have had an opportunity to hear our story. But I tell you, no matter what's going on in your life, go out and help. Go out to a nonprofit or to an event or something and learn about other people's stories. It doesn't diminish what's going on in your own life, but I tell you, there's people that have a whole lot more going on, and they're moving forward, they're surviving, they're still taking that step, in front of the other.
It's so inspiring.
Doing the best that they can.
Yeah, it's totally inspiring.
But there's 3 different phases. You go into learning, then you go into building, and then you go into serving. I think I'm at the point where kids, you guys are old enough now. This is what your mom's doing. I'd like you to be on board. This is why. I mean, I've always, I have a faith-based, belief, Christian faith-based belief. And so the first part of teaching your kids how to give, or my kids, was through the church. Volunteer time or participate in some of their activities and social events that they had in order to raise money to give to a missionary or to a local homeless shelter or a food bank or whatever it may be. Type of thing. So that definitely was their first thing. But I think being a little person and reaching out to certain groups has always been a little bit more intimidating for me, and having kids with me that I never felt a sense of ability to manage and control while I'm in these events to help my kid. For instance, home food shelter, serving dinners to the homeless or something like that. Number one, I absolutely know I'm not going to be able to do much work there because everything's up high. I'm not going to be able to serve. I could probably do other things in that area. So if I didn't sense as an adult that I had a complete handle on it, how was I able to bestow upon certain responsibilities on my young kids to do that if they didn't really have the opportunity and ability to see them all?
So do you have to make specific concessions based on your each individual children's abilities and capacities?
I did when they were younger because my ability, I didn't sense that I could do it completely, the whole picture. I could maybe only do, whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but that's how I viewed it. But now that I'm older, now that my kids are older, they can better understand that, yes, we're going to go out and help. This is what your mom's going to do, and this is what we're going to do. I'll give you an incident. My biggest thing is when we go on vacations now, if we have an opportunity to take a day or two to help out in a local community, that's what we'll do. And TV has been a big part of that. We took a trip down south and helped out at Hurricane Katrina type of thing. We helped out Habitat for Humanity, but because I'm for the smaller nonprofits, I told my crew, I also want to help out a smaller organization who may not have the recognition, but they can say, Amy Roloff, Little People, Big World, our kids have been hurt, we're here, they helped us out, use that for whatever promotion, they want down there. But in regards to Habitat for Humanity, before we left, I thought, okay, what am I going to do? This is a construction though. I'm sure they fall under certain, safety and, all this other stuff. So I thought, I'll do as much as I can. Now for my son Zachary, who was 18 at the time, what is he going to do? I want to give him a sense that he is down there with a purpose and he's able to do certain things. Now, obviously, my average size son, Jeremy, he can do anything underneath the sun and do well. I didn't really think about Molly and Jacob because they were underage, but they did have other projects for them to do.
Lots of organizing your head.
It would, but this was because being a little person, and has been my way of life. I always go into a certain situation wanting to know at least the basics of what I'm getting myself into. So if I can't do something, at least people will understand, and I'll understand why. Kids, can you help me out here? They'll understand why mom can't do it, but hey, it's okay that I want you guys to do it, type of thing. So Jeremy put on this whole roof and worked with the main supervisor guy. He was so proud of himself because he was bound and determined before we left in that 4 days to complete, putting on the plywood or whatever it is for the roof. Zachary was bound and determined to help with another person to put in all the windows, at least on the lower end of it. Me, I just, tell me whatever you want me to do, I'll do it, the boringest jobs, whatever. So I'm putting in these braces on, the I don't know what it's called, the wood that hooks
The
on.
brace things that, that construction people
I had to
use.
climb a ladder and, pound all this stuff, but the
Yeah.
angle and stuff, and being a little person, it's not like I climb halfway and I can reach it. I had to climb all the way to the top of this big, tall ladder. I mean,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, if I wiggle too much here, what's going to happen? But I also wanted to make sure that my youngest were at least getting something out of it. We also helped out. But anyway, the whole concept is it was easier for my kids to help out when they got a little bit older, and I could partake in it and help them not to feel like mom's always got to be with them. That, this is your job.
So that's
and
part
this
of
is
how
what-
you instilled the notion of giving.
Yes.
Going back to that.
Yes, sorry, and that's
No, that's
how
okay.
certain opportunities came up that I hope that I took advantage of to help instill in them that we have a lot. We are very blessed. Yes, my biggest teaching lesson and greatest gift, I will have to admit, is me being a little person, having dwarfism. I don't know what it is to be appetite, but I know I wouldn't be here right now if all these other things in the past didn't bring me to this moment. And it's nice that I was challenged because everyone has them. And we, through the Charity Foundation, we have an opportunity. I'm working with Royal Caribbean for a cruise, and a percentage of each proceeds that goes through, reservation that goes through my website will come back to the charity. So we need more people to attend the cruise. But one of our ports of call is Haiti. And so obviously with the devastation that happened over there, I'm thinking, wow, we have an opportunity, there's got to be something. We only have like 8 hours, 10-hour thing. There's got to be something we can do to help out. I don't know what kind of small little imprint, but I also go in with my charity foundation. I'm not here to be Red Cross. I'm not here to be the Salvation Army. They have years, and they do great and wonderful. But that doesn't mean that even my charity foundation, as young as it is, can't make its small little imprint. So what's important to me, kids. So we're going to help out the orphanages, some of the orphanages over there. And obviously, I'd like to think that I'm popular enough that I can just show up in Haiti and say, here I am. But we are working through another nonprofit to help the process of bringing in items so that they do get to the orphanages to help out the kids. It's just do something, but don't feel guilty that you didn't do something then because you're doing something now. I truly believe there are different seasons. When you're a family and you're young, there are certain things that you can show your kids on how to give, whether it be, in your local neighborhood, whether it be in your church, whether it be you find someone else in your family, something that can be relatable to them so they begin to have it sink in. But if you can be consistent enough on a yearly basis, monthly basis, whatever suits your family, it is definitely a start.